Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sarah's late. Tired. No good excuse here. No good excuses. I want to fix that camera there. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little too high, isn't it? Yeah, that's a little too high. There we go. Wonderful. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, my fellow map painting nerds? Dude, I'm changing my title to that right now. Hold on. That's good. That's good. There you go. There you go. Fantastic edit. No notes. Guess who's back? It's Noxel. Hello, good morning. Oi, Lychee, how are you? Dudes, it's Friday. Is everyone excited for the weekend? It's gonna be a big weekend. What's happening? Nothing special. But it is what you make of it. What am I gonna be doing? Nothing special. I just like to call it a big weekend. But I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I'm already gassed. Like energy in the tank. I woke up at like 3 a.m. last night for like no reason. And then like could not fall asleep until 5. And I was just like dead zoes to the world. Are we doing the dummies? We're not doing the dummies today. I don't have an Emmy champ. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. Dummy Nation will put me to sleep. I'll go night so fast. How much to end the stream right now? 1,000. Put your money where your mouth is, Noxel. You don't have any money. You're just a kid. Here's the thing. When people ask how much is it to do this, it's always the people that don't have money. It's always the kids who like don't have the concept of money. Because they like, yeah, it'd be so funny. But it'd be like, if it were a working adult, to be like $1,000 effing dollars, dude. That would buy me so much Taco Bell. What money I'm poor? Exactly. I knew you didn't have money because no one who's ever had money has ever asked how much is it to do this. You watch Star Trek? Of course I do. I've been watching Strange New World. It's the only good Star Trek franchise to come out since like Deep Space Nine and Voyager. It's still not good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I will be honest. There is one character that annoys the ever-loving crap out of me. Hold on, let me see if I can find her. It's not the actress's fault. Let me make this very clear. It is not her fault. It is the direction on which the creators made the character and the writing for this character is the most obnoxious thing in the entire world. Star Trek. Wait, can you guys guess it? Can you guess it? Can you guess the character I absolutely hate? T, this is for you. Guess the character I absolutely hate on Star Trek Strange New World. Well, actually, I don't know if you've seen it. I'm just going to tell you. It is... I got to go to Seymour. Oh, buddy. This is how you know she's also not popular. She's not on the first list. This woman. Bless her heart. Again, not her fault. But Erica Ortegas is the most obnoxious character in a Star Trek franchise has ever existed. Again, not her fault. It's the way that the character's written. She's this like obnoxious helmsman, and she's like supposed to be the comedic relief, but all of her lines are awful. And it's just like anytime she talks, it's just like it takes me out of the moment, man. It takes me out of the moment. I'm just enjoying Star Trek, and then she talks, and it was like, dang, man. They really did this actress so dirty. Like, they cannot give her a line to save her life. If any of you have seen Star Trek Strange New Worlds, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a good show. But that is the worst written character in Star Trek history. Now, I'm counting Wesley in that one, all right? I like Star Trek. Let's go. Isn't today a Calumet day? I mean, here's the thing. I was planning on it being a Calumet day. Here's my kind of thought process. I was planning on it being a Calumet day. And then it's just like, dude, we're staring on the barrel of an 8-hour stream. If we're being honest with each other. Do I have that in me today? I don't. You have bad days, I have bad days. This is not a bad day for me. It's just a low energy day. Where, you know, if I was at corporate world, I'd be like, I'm gonna maybe not go as hard today as I normally would. But because I'm on stream, don't really have that option. So we gotta cater to, you know, the energy levels. Yesterday was a good energy day. Today's a bad energy day. Didn't sleep very well. We'll try and work on it tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow. But, so no Kyle met. And then I thought, what if we do a Cosmeteer playthrough? That'd be fun. But then I was like, dang, dude. You know, the people, we're trying to reestablish kind of a consistent pattern of streams. And I'd at least like to get through a week of doing that with like the IO games before we start switching it up. And I feel like if we are going to switch it up, I'd maybe want to do it at like the tail end of a normal stream. So I was like, okay, we won't start with a Cosmeteer stream. Maybe we just do Territorial and then we do Open Front and then we kind of see how we fall from there. And that seemed pretty reasonable to me. So I think that's what we're going to do today. Have you watched Dexter, my favorite show? Yes, it was great. They should have ended it. The attempt to bring it back was really bad. I will say, it was really bad. It was like, dang, man. Well, that's the schedule for today. A 4-hour stream. Win Lobby 3, win your mother. Got him. All right. I mean, Dexter Resurrection is good for now. It's not. Or I haven't seen the new one. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. It's just like you played out the idea. You ended it in a good way. I mean, it's such a dumb way to end it. Like, spoiler alert for the original Dexter. He drives into a hurricane and then dies. That's kind of like the end. It was like, good. All right, great way to wrap it up. And then like they bring him back and be like, surprise, he didn't die in the hurricane. He's just now living in like Montana or something. And be like, what the hell is even that? Why not start with Cosmeteer, then switch to the map game? Encourages people to watch the Cosmo part waiting for the maps. Because then the stream would be people consistently coming in and complaining that we're not playing the game they want. So, and I feel like that would bring down the chat and what could otherwise be a fun experience. So I think putting it at the end would be more fun than putting it at the beginning. But we might do a day where it's just a different day stream or a different game stream. Maybe we'll make that like a tradition, but we won't start it this week. Maybe we'll start it like next week, where Fridays will be like New Game Friday. I wouldn't complain. Yeah, because you're a good chatter, Beg. But like, you know, Crash Out 2 days ago was because so many people were asking when Domination was. And could you imagine if that was triple fold for Open Front and Territorial? We were taught that he died in a hurricane, but then the show rights betrayed us by revealing that he's not dead. Like, come on, you revealed that he was dead. You just brought him back. Yeah. And it really feels like, it's just kind of like this stupid trend in Hollywood where it's just like, dude, I don't know if we should take a risk on a new IP. Let's just bring back what worked 10 years ago. Let's just make a, hope it was worth it, Noxel. I appreciate the humor of your joke. I'm shutting it down. He just comes in and goes, wins Domination, and I just timed him out for 10 minutes. We ain't starting that today. That brings back flashbacks. That was my Vietnam. No, I won't go back there. Anywho's this? We got the game going. Let's start playing. I'll be Dark Borgy. Let's play. Don't say don't be stupid. Just be, you know, I would rephrase your sentiment, Zero Winter, in a less hostile way and say, you know, be respectful. Be nice. You know, those words. All right, let's do a team game. Let's get our annual team game punishment out of the way. and then we play some games. Be abysmal. Thanks, Izza. I appreciate you. This is what you're here for. How do you fake a death and then the audience not feel cheated? Yeah, that's kind of the thing, though. Is you can do a fake out. If I'm gonna be honest, let's do South America. Most fake outs are not good. They can sometimes be good, but like the way they ended Dexter the entire season, it was so finite that like he's 100% dead. They left no room for interpretation. The project is done. Everyone's moving on. And it was like, yeah, that makes sense. It's been 6 seasons. That's good. And then to bring him back and be like, what are we doing? What are we doing, dude? We could have done a new serial killer and it probably would have been just as good. Granted, the actor for Dexter is like phenomenal in that role. Oh, we're going south? I thought we were black. Oh, I forgot to put on my tag. Dude. All right, go red team. We killed the black team. Streamer takes on his own audience and wins. He knows their weaknesses. Bro, I forgot to join. I'm on red. Dude, Dark Litchy, you also didn't. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of us who didn't put on tags. Let's go. Fight Morwood. Get him out of here. Come on, Litchy. The Dark Brother. Dude, I'm immediately cut off. No. Oh, God, dude. It just went from bad to worse. I don't have any options. I just gotta save. I got you, fam. You better. You better. Take him out. Take him out. Take the shot. Buddy, go get him. Go get him. Go get him. You're too small. Go get him. Be brave. Yeah. Come here. Join him. Join him. Join him. Take him down. Take him down. Take the shot. Take the shot. Die, Morwin. I'm aggressive towards you, Morwin, because you didn't even say hello. You're in the stream. One of my favorite chatters didn't even say hello, dude. So rude. Super duper rootskis. Never will talk to him again. Here, let me see if I can get up there to fight Jason. Jason, I'm coming. I'm coming, you silly goose. I'm coming. Choo choo ka-choo. Here comes me. Oh, what's that? You don't have anywhere near enough troops to block this? That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Jason. Jason! What's the game you play where you just run around yelling Jason for like half of it? You're like looking for your son and you just run in the rain yelling Jason? Was it Risk of Rain? Something with rain, though, I think. Heavy Rain. Thank you. Dude, Litchy would know. Litchy's a millennial just like me. He doesn't even need to say it. But it's Sean, no? No, what's the one where he just yells Jason? I could have sworn it was Jason. We're gonna Google this afterwards. Hey, you can't attack your clan leader. This is against the rules. Against the rules, sir. Sir, I'm gonna need you to cease and desist. Cease and desist, cease and desist. The thumbnail, you're ruining it. Hold on. Just let me do this. Just let me do this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh no. Player 547, you ruined it. I was gonna full send 0 winner. Hold on. Heavy Rain kid's name. Heavy Rain kid's name. I swear it's Jason. Jason. The children involved in the main storyline are Jason, Mars, and Sean. Jason is Ethan and Grace's older son who dies in the accident early in the backstory. Sean's their younger son who's kidnapped. Oh no, it is. It's both. It's both. He yells both. Okay. So we're both right. Who would have thunk? Porgy, why'd you kill me? I only did what the people yearn for. And they yearn for your death. We are spoiler free here. We're spoiler free here, but I'm gonna be honest, anything that came out 10 years ago, that's on you, all right? You probably haven't even heard of Heavy Rain if you haven't played it by now. If you don't know the meme Jason, or apparently Sean, You haven't played the game, and the chances of you ever touching that game at this point is like 0. You know? It was worth it to kill Lichy? No. Now me and Lichy, we're gonna come back with vengeance. Death upon the infidels. Disgusting. Disgusting. Well, good job, boys. Dude, Bills is here too? Are you guys like in the voice chat? Is that what's going on? Is that why no one's saying hello? So rude. So rude. This is winnable. I you know what? I think Peace Dude can carry. Call me crazy, but I think he can bring this one up. So your first game as a loss, you must be proud. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That my own clan would defeat me so unanimously. Even though, like, to be honest with you, my position wasn't much I could do with, just because I was locked behind. Even though people were supporting me, it just wasn't a winnable position. Prize in the bag, bro. You know, that would hit so much harder if you spelled it correctly, if you took 2 seconds. You took 2 seconds to spell check yourself, that would hit so hard. Banana! Hi, bud, how are you? Corgi, why didn't you put the fries in the bag? Because I didn't know what he was telling me. He said bro, and I was like, what, bro? Well, I was too mind swept to be like, what's fro? There's no way Morwen says hi to Banana before he says hi to me. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. What's the point of even being a streamer anymore if I don't get all the attention? This game sucks. Who's the #1 clan right now? Probably still Corgi. Let's go. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is just Aziz. Aziz and Discord carry. Just put the fries in the bag, Unk. Okay, that one hurts. That one got me. Now it reminded me I'm old. I mean, Unk is like the nicest way of saying you're old, which I appreciate. OG's getting close. Oh no. Oh no, what will happen if OG overtakes us? No, not that. That's the worst thing in the world. We've been like #1 for like 2 years. I would love another clan to have the numbers to like rise up and overtake. Truly, I would. Also, I love the Territorial Discord. It's just like they make a huge announcement every time OG takes. It was too Caucasian. Every time OG overtakes us, and they'll be it for a day and be like, new #1! But they'll never announce when we take it. And be like, all right. Thoughts on OG? Love, hate, don't care. Really, truly, I want you to like understand this is the core of who I am. I do not care. There was a point in my life when I did care, and it was so stupid. Like we tried to play the politics, and then I just realized, you know, we're just chasing a never-ending moving goalpost. And then we banned them all and said, you have your corner of the internet, we have ours. And it's been the best Territorial experience that I think we've ever had. Success simply is expected of us. Yes, to a certain degree, I agree. But it's just one of those things where like everyone needs a boogeyman, and it's like everyone needs a bad guy to rally against. We've been that for a long time because we continue to be #1. But I don't think we really have done anything to deserve the hate. People are always like, oh, Corgi's full sin is like, have you ever heard of the term anecdotal evidence? Brother, this is gonna blow your mind. Everyone in this game everywhere full sins. It's part of the game. It happens all the time. The news is always negative. Yeah, because it's run by people who don't like me. And it's just like, I get it. You know, it's a streamer, but it's just like, man, you're dedicating a lot of energy to someone you don't like. You know what happens when I don't like someone on the internet? Go to a different place on the internet. The internet's huge, man. There's entire people I've watched one like thing of and be like, I didn't like that video. I tell YouTube I didn't like the video and I move on. I've never heard of them ever again. couldn't even recall the names of people. I just remember the experience being like, I really didn't like that. And I was just never heard of him again. Oh, I can't remember one person. I used to watch The Critical Drinker, and then he just became like, instead of like critical, like mean. And it was just like, dude, this guy kind of sucks now. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is watching. He does like movie reviews, but it started to become like really mean spirited. And it kind of felt like I'm just like participating in bullying and be like, dang, man, these are like still people trying their best. Like, I'm sorry you didn't like it, but like, they're not awful people. Oh, another one is Cinema Sins for the exact same reason. I just got tired of the negativity. It's just like, yeah, there's some issues, but it's like, it stopped being funny and started being like overly critical / mean. Also, I'm in my favorite position with red interest and unable to donate. So sick. I'm pretty sure I haven't donated the entire game. Cinema Sins is ass, Cinema Wins is good. I mean, Cinema Wins is kind of lame because it's like just a response to Cinema Sins, which is like, okay, it's like stealing their gimmick to be like, no, we're gonna make it good, and be like, okay, come up with your own thing. Like, for movie wise, one of the things I really enjoy is like, I forgot what it's called, but it's a bunch of VFX experts kind of talking about like how something's done in a movie, and I find that a lot more interesting. Cinema Wins tries to fish hard for anything that could be good, but often is not. Yeah, I mean, when you make your entire thing of like, we're gonna be the positive people, and like, okay, so you're just never gonna point out anything bad with the movie? If we're talking about movie reviews, my favorite one, he only does horror, but I love it, is Found Flicks. I think I've watched every single one of that guy's videos. And I also appreciate him because sometimes, or he'll review movies that I can't watch. Well, I'll take that back. There's only been one horror movie where two, where I've ever just been like, I don't want to watch this. Like, this doesn't make me feel good. I'm not enjoying this anymore. And that was Hostel, because I can forever have scarred into my mind the image of like the guy cutting the person's Achilles tendons and him trying to stand up, and that makes me shudder to this day. And then what's the one with like the creepy clown? He's like black and white. Anyways, let's go on to lobby 2 while I think about that. Lobby 2. Wait, what? Pennywise. No, it's not Pennywise. That's the other clown. Black and white clown horror movie. Terrifier 1, not that bad. Terrifier 2, there's a bedroom scene that I just turned off because it was just like, this makes me uncomfortable that someone could have so visually thought through this sequence and then be like, let's make this. And then other people were like, yes. And I was just like, I don't like living in a world where people are like that gross. I didn't like it. Boys, take off your tags. There's 6 of us in here with tags on. Get your games on. Get your game on. Horror games are way better than horror movies. I cannot play horror games. They scare me too much. I forgot what game we were playing, but there was one game, I think it was Starfield. Well, it's not a scary game, but like you go to this outpost, Zero Winter, I think you were there for it, where like there's like a zombie thing running around, and you have a tracker for how far away he is, and like it was like 600 meters away or something, like pretty far, and I turned the corner and he's right there, and I screamed so loud and so generally. I was absolutely terrified. I think I stopped after that. Absolutely terrified me. Oh my gosh. I used to be terrified of Hello Neighbor. I understand that. Hello Neighbor is creepy. That one weirds me out. I don't remember if I clipped that one or not. I think you did. All right, let's do this Middle East 18. That'll be a good one. That one scared me. And then People got me someone bought me the sub game. It's the one where like Markiplier made a movie out of it, where you're like a prisoner and you're like for some reason in a sub in Jupiter, and like there's all these monsters around. You don't have like any way to see. That scared me. I had to quit. I had to quit. I couldn't do it. I didn't want it. I got too scared. I was scared of the Sonic X, or just the X in general. I have no idea what you're referring to. But I am not one for scary games. I cannot do them. They spook me too much. I get so easily spooked. Now, granted, in a fight or flight situation, my first instinct is to throw punches. Like I'm full fight guy. And I think the best evidence of this is, I think I've told this story before. So in fraternities, you go to what's called a formal, which is where you and a date go up into the mountains and you party with all the other guys in the fraternity who've also brought a date. It's like a little formal thing. You have a formal dinner, you give out awards and stuff, and then you just party. Great times. I brought this date. She was not a very big girl, which is important for the story. I think she weighed maybe like 110 max. But we had kind of been talking for a while, and so I invited her up and stuff. And she had just kind of casually mentioned that she sleptwalked. I was like, oh, well, that's funny, you know, whatever. Well, during this time, the movie Paranormal Activity had just come out. And if you remember Paranormal Activity, there's a scene where like the woman stands over the guy in the bed for like 6 hours. Doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything, just stands over him. Very scary. Well, apparently this girl's sleepwalking habit was to stand up and then just like walk over to the other side of the bed and stand there just like they did in the movie. This was not communicated to me ahead of time. So like I had that weird sense where I felt like I was being watched, and it woke me up, and I turned and I looked and I saw something standing over me, and immediately with all of my force, the most physically fit I've ever been in my entire life, just bench pressing like 260 like it's no problem, just immediately with all of my force shove this 100-pound woman as hard as I can directly away from me. And there was a wall maybe a foot away from me. She hits the wall with an audible gasp, just shocked awake because she was sleepwalking, and her experience is immediately getting shoved as hard as possible into a wall. There was a thud, just boom. The people in the next room came over and were like, what's going on? And we had to walk through the scenario where we were both very scared and confused as to what happened. And I go, oh my God. She's crying. The other girls in the room are like consoling her. The guys are like, what did you do? And they're like, she freaking did that. She did the Paranormal Activity thing. And I kind of get in this like, I get it. like type vibe from everyone in the room, but there's just like, you did shove like a small woman. Like, I don't feel good about it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I got scared. I got very scared. Anyways, it didn't work out with me with that girl for whatever reason. Who knows? Dang, man. Dang. Rick. I got cooked so hard. I'm so sorry. Don't. I full sin. No, I'm on the Scion team, dude. I'm on the Scion team. I'm best friends with you guys now. I help win. I'll help you win. You just donate, I'll help win. I'll help you win. Apes together strong. Come on, Ark. Me and you. We got this. Me and you, Ark. We'll do this together. Come on, Ark. Team. My team died so quickly. All right. Here's my final act. Go Scion, go Scion team. Go Scion team. Go my brethren. No, you're on the green team? I'm pretty sure I was on the Scion team. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't even see a green team, so you're clearly lying. I was very clearly on the Scion team. Chat, was I on the Scion team? Or I was on this imaginary green team? He was on the Scion team. You must be colorblind. Thank you, Zero Winter. Black and green just died instantly. That doesn't sound right. A team with me on it would never die instantly. I am world renowned for carrying every team I've ever played on to absolute success. Look quite Scion to me. I work in color blindness. Thank you. I'm the color business. I read color blindness. Color business. Thank you. This is the kind of blind support I need. Get it? Because it was just a colorblind joke. Did you get it? Did you get it? If you're in the color business, cure me of my green color blindness. They have glasses for that now. I've seen it on the social medias. Although I wouldn't surprise me at all to hear that they don't work as well, and it's just people on social media trying to aura farm and be like, oh my god, my father can finally see the color green. Oh, he's crying, and then it's not real. I've lost enough faith in humanity to believe that that would be more realistic than us actually inventing glasses that would help people who are colorblind see color. Hello, Corgi. Hello, Rinky, my old friend. Is it appropriate to call it the Scion team as it includes colors from toothpaste to dark Scion? Dude, you're so right, dude. Gosh. We need to be more tolerant of other people's colors. But here's a crazy shower thought. You ready for this? What if we all see colors differently, but because, like, I would look at this and say this is Scion, and you would look at this and say Scion, but our, like, ideas of what color this was, if we could see each other's, would be drastically different, but we have no way of knowing that? What if, like, I see the world in completely different shades of colors than you do? Like, me and you would both agree that this color is like red or burgundy or something like that, but like my interpretation of what red is would look drastically different than what yours was. My God. Corgi spent too much time in the shower lately. This is a thought I've carried for years. This one's kept me up at night. It's a wormhole you can go down to, because it's like, what if that's not the only thing we interpret as differently? You can go down that wormhole and it'll keep you up all night. It'll be 5 a.m. and be like, what happened? I time skipped. What if how everyone sees colors is the same except for you? I'm the chosen one? I'm different? Oh my God, I knew I was always gonna be the different one. Oh, I knew I had a higher purpose. And it's gonna come into play when the aliens invade, but only I can see them. I'm special. This is huge. This is gonna be great for America. Hey, let's do a battle royale. No, but everyone can't see colors differently. Why not? Why not? Or we wouldn't be able to describe colors as warm, etc. I mean, if I have no idea what's even warm mean. If everything I've ever seen red is a slightly different color than you, but my experience has always been that's red and that's what a warm color is, because that's the same color as warm things such as fire, how would you know? How would we know that my interpretation is different than yours? How would we know that what I see, we're both looking at the same thing? We both recognize that fire is like sometimes blue, but mostly yellow and red. But what I believe is yellow and red is different from what you believe is yellow and red. My God. My God. Hot take, color is an inside job by the government. What do you think suddenly got color with TV? True, dude. That the color's just the mind control going in. Wait, I want to tell you another story. So speaking of mind control, so when I was first in college, I joined as an art major. Let's do Scandinavia, by the way. So when I was first in college, I was an art major. I was on an art scholarship. I was doing ceramics and stuff. And if you've never been to like art school on a college campus, it gets weird. There's a lot of free thinking people in art. All right. And I distinctly remember sitting next to this man who I hadn't talked to too much, but we've been in class all year and we were just kind of yapping. And he was telling me how the government puts tracking devices in Gillette razor blades. And I gave him a kind of like, because I thought he was joking. And then he gives me this look of like disgust that I would laugh at that idea, that his genuine idea. It's like, this is like a fact. He kind of gave me that look like, what are you talking about? And I then realized he was serious. And have you ever been like so mind stunned by a conversation, you just go, I can't continue this? Because in my mind, I'm just thinking, first off, not everyone shaves. Second off, not everyone uses Gillette razors to shave. Third off, if the government did want to track you, why would they put a tracking device in a disposable item? Fourth off, if they did want to track you, why wouldn't they use your cell phone, which is already a tracking device the government already uses, that you as the consumer buy? Why would they spend extra money to put it in a Gillette razor? And all these thoughts rushed through my head. And as I was overwhelmed with all the reasons he was wrong, I had this single thought of like, this isn't worth it. And I was just like, I'm just gonna move on. And I just silently nodded and be like, yeah, you're right. And just never talk to him again and be like, that guy's crazy. But that haunts me to this day, that man's out there holding thoughts like this. They might have gotten worse. Maybe the government has something against beards. True. Justice for beards. I'm not the only geography history nerd here. I'm also a color nerd. Ew, gross. I mean, I know a lot about colors just because, you know, again, art school. But shut up, nerd. I'm dead. I'm already looking at this and be like, you know who's dead? Your boy. It ain't looking good for me, champ. Tricks, you big. Dark Lichy's over there. Man, I need to start picking spots. No, I don't want to try that hard. You know what I do need to do? Oh, I forgot my Subway Surfers. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hello, I've returned. I've returned. Just in time to full send this man. Die. Die, person who thought he was going to get a little bit extra land. And you too, Zero Winter, if that's even your real name. Dude, what if Zero Winter's real name was like Cletus? Or something like really off kilter? It scares me a lot to like ever meet one of you, because I'll know you for years as like your internet name, and then I'll have to like call you Melvin, and it won't feel good. And I don't want to do that. I just rather call you Zero Winter instead of Melvin. Corgi, I just got scammed on my €2 trying to donate to you. Sue immediately. Call up your lawyer, who you have on speed dial, and immediately sue. Also, side note, quick question. Does anyone actually use speed dial? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know how it works. I've never been in such a rush to speed dial, and I feel like it's kind of gone by the wayside with the iPhone, because you just call someone's name. But I never learned how to speed dial, nor have I ever been really familiar with how to set it up. What's speed dial? See, this is a zoomer. He knows. Speed dialing was a way where you could like press some combination of phones numbers on your phone, and that would be predetermined to immediately call someone. So like shorthand, you'd like press something and I think like 1, and they'd be like, all right, call mom. Also, now we have Siri to be like, call mom. But yeah. Petition to call Zero Winter summer. No, we can't go down that dark path again. I won't even bring it up, but it was we've been there. It was a dark time. Didn't you have to do something like #113 and then be able to do that? Again, I've never speed dialed anyone, so I don't know how. You could be right, you could be wrong. I have no way of knowing. You might as well be describing how electricity works. Like, I don't know. Fire goes on wire and then it lights. It's like there. How do electricity work? Yo, Ricky with a €2 donation. Zero Winter, I'll snipe you 24/7 in all games. Don't do that. Zero Winter's a nice lad. But I love the conversation of like, you know, what if you went back in time to like the medieval era? First off, I think most of us would be like killed immediately because they would believe we're witches. We would talk differently than they would, and we would slip up and like maybe mention electricity, and they go witchcraft and be like, no, it's science. They're like, and then trying to explain how electricity works would make you sound more like a witch, and they would definitely kill you. Like you would definitely die. Like, dude, gunpowder. What's gunpowder? Like coal and sulfur? Okay, where do we find this coal and sulfur? Okay, you got me there. But if you do find it, you can put those two together. It makes a little boom. Witch, burn them, get them. Immediately on the stake. Fire already lit. That's black powder, not gunpowder. I mean, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I don't know the difference. And they kind of both work the same. If I'm in the medieval Europe, they're not gonna be like, that sounds like black powder, not gunpowder. They're gonna be like, witch, burn them. It's kind of like when those like Europeans would go to Africa and be like, look at magnets, and the people would be amazed. It would kind of be like, I think one guy actually died because they thought he was like cursing them. What's the matter if you're burning at the stake? Because I'm not a real witch, so I would burn, dude. They used to think you were a witch if you had a wart on you, dude. They would kill you for having a wart on you. How many of you have warts on you, and if discovered, would immediately be killed because that's the devil's mark? Someone travels to medieval Europe. Why are people starving? Can't you just go to the store? True, dude. True. And there's always like the belief that like, oh, if I went back in time, I'd be like a noble. No, you'd be a peasant. You'd be working in the fields until your back broke. It would suck. The water would give you dysentery. I mean, I feel like that's the highest level tech I could bring back to the old world, is convincing them to boil their water first. But then again, because fire is so associated with, you know, hell and the devil, I think I'd still be burned as a witch. I would get murdered since I'm Turkish. Yeah, it would definitely not be a good time to be any kind of minority, that's for sure. I mean, I don't think you could go back in time with... I would lie about what my last name is. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't let anyone know I'm an Irish. They were done back then. They'd throw women in the sea, teeing up their arms and legs. If they escape, they are a witch. If they die, well, that doesn't help you either. Yeah, exactly. That was the witch test. To be like, oh, gosh. You're doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. We would absolutely be peasants in those days. Yeah, I mean, like, let's be real. If you're not already wealthy and from a wealthy family, you probably would be poor. The chances of you being a poor peasant are even higher than they are now. Like, if none of us are like flying in private jets, right? None of us are rich. So we'd all be peasants. Imagine dying being called a witch. True, dude. Just like, what the hell is even that? Are you kidding me with this? The high witch elimination rate of 0. I mean, no, I mean, the Salem, they got rid of all the witches out of Salem. Did that pretty effectively, you know? Although it would be pretty sick to be like, I don't really like Gary. I'm like, Gary's a witch. He tried to put a hex on me, and then Gary's dead. No more Gary. Not bad. Not bad. They were pretty good at witch hunting. Yeah, they were really good. That's why they've written so many books about the Salem witch trials, is because they were so good at it. And have you ever really heard of a witch since then? I mean, personally, I've only heard of the Blair Witch. But like, that's, I'm pretty sure contained into like Connecticut or something. We're good. We're good there. Maybe I could be part of the Ottoman Empire. As a peasant, sure. Good luck with that. The Wizard of Oz? No, that was just a man behind the curtain, dude. Pay attention. You didn't see the ending of The Wizard of Oz. Sorry I spoiled it for you, but it was just a man behind the curtain the whole time. But there were witches in The Wizard of Oz. I mean, there was the dead one and the one that gaslit our main characters. So evil, if you will. Like, oh, we have to stop the Wizard of Oz, who wasn't a wizard. Oh my God, he's so bad. Hey, person with magical powers, do you want to help? No, I couldn't. Couldn't possibly. I have to stay here in this lovely town. And then, yeah, it wasn't very good. They're both, all the witches were evil. Prove me wrong. Fun fact, I can track down what kind of social standing I had due to my family's last name, and it would be confirmed peasant. Yeah, I mean, there has never been anybody wealthy in either side of my family for as long as we can trace back. I'd be a farmer. I'd be a farmer. My family's full of farmers on every side. Every side, farmers. I'd be a farmer. I love Farm Sim probably because it's hard-coded in my DNA at this point. The most like famous person I can say I'm related to is my granduncle Jim, who played Snoopy on the Broadway show Peanuts. He was also in a few other things on Broadway, but he's the most famous person in my like entire family. You go back like a few generations, there's a few photos of my family. You know what they have? Giant watermelons, because they're farmers. They're all standing around a giant watermelon, be like, look at this big old watermelon we made. Yeah, sick, dude. My great grandma helped decode the Enigma. No, that was a man. Yeah, that was a man. Thanks, though. I watched that Benedict Cumberbatch movie. It was a man. Okay, Broadway is actually pretty famous, though. I mean, it's not really because he wasn't like a public figure, but it is like a really cool thing to be like a part of, a Broadway play. There are people in my family ancestry who are wealthy but still peasant. I think, to be honest with you, the richest person in my entire family lineage was probably my dad. As like upper middle class, baby. Middle class. Corgi, when you retire, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I ever hit the Powerball numbers, even though I don't play it, but if I did, I don't think I'm gonna be uploading too much to YouTube anymore. Like, I still would because I enjoy it, but I don't think I'd do it very much. You catch me in streams in between my trips to, like, you know, like Italy and like Vietnam and I don't know, wherever I wanted to go, Japan, Brazil maybe. So if the uploads slow down, it's because you're a millionaire. I mean, more likely than not, it's probably depression, or I had to get like a real job. I would announce if I won the lotto, like, hey guys, I'm rich now, because I wouldn't want anyone to. I wouldn't want to tell you that I won the lotto because I don't want people asking or knowing that I won the lotto. But I wouldn't want you guys to worry about me. Do us mods get compensation? If I win the power, I was literally thinking about this the other day. If I did win the Powerball, I would give you guys some money. You'd be like, thanks for all your years of hard work, big guy. And me? No. No. I'd just be like, Rinky, you don't need to donate anymore. I'm good, bro. On the subject of banning people for money, like yesterday, how much to ban Nightbot? $50. Do a tournament? We used to do tournaments all the time. We had the Corgi Cup, but because we don't have the ability to do private matches anymore, and the first time we tried to do it without the ability to do private matches, the entire thing was just a hellhole of people trying to snipe and cheat the system. I will never do that again. Literally after the first Corgi Cup, it was me and my first mod, Swiss. And we just sat there and talked in Discord, be like, what an effing disaster. We would spend the entire time like trying to create a game and like hide what lobby we're in so that we could get like the 1v1 against each other, and then like somebody else would join and we'd have to restart, and it just was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I guarantee if you talk to Swiss to this day and you mention the first Corgi Cup, it probably brings up a little bit of flashbacks for him. The choppers are whirling in his eyes, the fire in the background. It's his Vietnam. I always think that if I was like Elon Musk rich, I'd better the world. Yeah, isn't that the craziest part, is being so rich that you could like end poverty and choosing not to? Or not poverty, but you could end world hunger and choosing not to. Like, nah. I'd rather have like a 5th yacht. Why do you keep talking about Vietnam? I'm trying to accept and give you Inception, dude. So stop ruining it by pointing it out. Also, well done, Trixie Poo. To be honest, I bring back the dodos. Oh, what was the animal they just brought back? It's like the Arctic wolf, and the same company plans on bringing back the dodo. That's already in the works, Zero Winter. You don't need to spend your money on that. It is? Yeah. Hold on. Scientists bring back direwolves. Yeah, they bring back the direwolf. Basically what they did is they identified some traits that were only in direwolves, and they hard-coded that into like a regular wolf to kind of make a little bit of a hybrid. And what was the company called? Colossal Biosciences. I think. Yeah. Yeah, they're using CRISPR. CRISPR is going to like revolutionize the world in our lifetime. It's gonna be crazy. But they're working on the woolly mammoth. Yeah, they're working on the, excuse me, enough with the graphic, my guy. Holy cow. They're working on the woolly mammoth, the thine, whatever that is, the dodo. What is this? The Tasmanian tiger. Why didn't you just say Tasmanian tiger? Yeah, so they're working on the woolly mammoth, which they're just going to code in woolly mammoth stuff into an elephant. The Tasmanian tiger. The dodo, that's for you, Zero Winter. And the direwolf, which they've done. And whatever a moa is, which just looks like a big ostrich. I feel like this animal exists. Isn't this just a cassowary or whatever? A big ostrich. Hell yeah, I want a moa. Dude, could you imagine riding one of these bad boys? The pioneers used to ride these boys across the west back in the day. Yeah, the moa's doing a comeback. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. 95% of you have never heard of the moa before now. None of you knew about it. Fun fact, when the pyramids were built, woolly mammoths still existed. Yes, that is true. That is true. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, you guys can ride the moa. I'm gonna ride a freaking woolly mammoth. That's gonna be sick AF, dude. That's gonna be so cool. What's bigger, by the way? What bigger? Elephant or wool? Yeah, mammoth. That works. Some mammoths were roughly the same size as modern elephants, where others, like the steppe mammoth and the Columbian mammoth, were significantly larger. Yeah, give me a war mammoth. Give me a war Columbian mammoth. That'd be so sick. Oh, but you know that thing where it's that statistics where it's like, oh, people think of, men think of like the Roman Empire once every like week or something like that. Here's your daily Roman Empire. By the way, let's do Europe as our battle royale. Do you know how the Romans figured out how to defeat the war elephants of Carthage? Carthage had war elephants that would run through infantry and absolutely decimate and scatter everyone. But they figured out this simple trick, which the Carthaginians, whatever, could never counter. Is basically they would have a line, and then when the elephants were coming, they would just move sections and create a hole, and the elephant would rather run through that hole, that clearing, than through people every single time. Problem solved. Problem solved. Just move out of the way, dude. 10 out of 10 works every time. They poked him with long sticks and made him run back. Yeah, they would poke him with long sticks as they ran through the hole. That, or they would show him a mouse, and as everyone knows, elephants are terrified of mice. Terrified. They would run away. Well, this is awkward. Yeah. Litchi, what a jerk, dude. Go somewhere else. Zero Winter banned Litchi. He's no longer allowed to be here. He's ruined my game. He threw me off my groove. And this is where you go, sorry, but you threw the Emperor off his groove. And then you throw him out the window and you go, sorry. If we're being honest with each other, has there ever been a more criminally underrated Disney movie? More so than The Emperor's New Groove. It's a 10 out of 10 movie. It's fantastic in all aspects. It's amazing. It's hilarious. It never got the flowers it deserved, but it was fantastic. All right, Litchi, you ready for this? This is my gift to you. This is my gift to you. Go get him, killer. Go get him, killer. This is for you, Litchi. Never said I didn't do anything for you. There's something called the Banana Empire. It's real? I mean, I think you're thinking of the Banana Republic, which was like codename for like countries run by like the Shadow Dole Empire. Boat boy, I am a boat boy. Where's he going? Who knows? He's a boating boy. Watch out, here comes the boating boy. The hell with you, dude. What the? Do you see how big of a boat he sent to block my little one guy boat? It's the worst person I've ever in my entire life. Pope, please avenge me. Please avenge me. I have been frustrated to no end, and I'm calling upon the Pope to save me. Avenge me. Call it crusade, Pope. Corgi, no phones at work. You right. You right. Do you ever just kind of forget you're streaming? Kind of zoning out. I didn't realize how tired I was. Corgi, what you think about my POS? Buddy, I don't know who you are. You can't have a different name in game and then be like, well, what do you think about what I'm doing? I don't know who the hell you are. No, no. I don't see you. You're dead to me. I need another coffee. How's the game looking, boys? Corgi, you like eggplant? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what an eggplant is. I can't think of a time in my life where I've ever ate an eggplant. Corgi, you look very tired. Did you sleep well? No, I did not. I went to bed at 1. I woke up at 3. I went back to bed at 5, and I woke up at 7. I'm gassed. I'm sleepy. And I'm internally debating whether to keep going. Where's Subway Surfers? Dude, you're right. I didn't put it on. This is awful. Good day, Corgi. Good day, Rainbow Bees. How are you today? Do you drink Starbucks? Didn't you ask this yesterday and then I gave like a whole in-depth answer to this? You either do a full stream or it ends in 2 minutes. That's 69 minutes long. Zero Winter, you got it. You got it. Wait. In 30 seconds, you mean, right? End the stream at 69 minutes? Which is in 30 seconds? That's kind of funny. All right, boys, you have 15 seconds to figure out who's the winner here. We might do a late night stream tonight. This is not going to go well.